Welcome to the annual KGNS-TV CW Laredo and Telemundo Laredo simulcast coverage of the Anheuser-Busch Washington's Birthday Parade. Brought to you by Dr. Michael Hoffman, J.R. Martinez Auto South Montana Mites, and the Laredo Federal Credit Union.
Hey, good morning to you and welcome to the 114th Anheuser-Busch Washington Birthday Celebration Association Grand Parade, a parade with a long name, and everyone is very excited this morning to be here along San Bernardo.
And Tim, the parade just hopefully a few minutes away from starting. Already thousands of people are out here anticipating the start of this parade. We've been blessed with beautiful weather today. I know all week we were worried about a little bit of rain, but luckily that hasn't been the case so far today. And really just a lot of people excited out here and very anxious for this parade to get started.
And it may start a little late, as we understand, because the dignitaries as of yet have not come, towards the north from the south, from the abrazo ceremony that usually goes down just before the Washington Birthday Celebration Association parade gets underway along San Bernardo. And this year we're very excited because we're trying something new, something special for all of our audience, not only on KGNS-TV, but also Telemundo Laredo and the CW Laredo. We're actually going to simulcast on all three of our sister stations. Simultaneously, we're going to be on all those stations so you can get the best coverage possible of this grand parade.
And you're right, we're live on all three stations right now, and we're going to be checking in with Narita and Lupita here in just a moment. Roberto also out here, Brenda and Ryan from the CW. But first, let's check in with heat wave because some very nice weather so far, but everyone wondering if it's going to hold out for the rest of the day. So let's go down to heat wave.
It's a beautiful day for a parade. We have the cloudy skies, a rather shallow layer of Gulf of Mexico moisture. It's only about 3,000 feet in depth, and that's sufficient for these low clouds that we have, which will provide comfort from the sun. I'm showing here at street level 70.7 degrees, and as we look at the forecast board, I'm expecting it to remain cloudy pretty much all the way through the parade. Perhaps at around 12 o'clock we'll start to see a few breaks in the clouds, temperatures still in the low to mid 70s. For the afternoon, I think we'll burn through this shallow layer of Gulf of Mexico moisture. The dry air overhead will mix down, will clear up and rise up into the 80s. So a great day for a parade. Tim and Ann.
And it really is spectacular. Everybody looks forward to this parade every year. People come from across the country and from across Mexico to be here for this big parade. I know you have your parents in from up near West Texas, right?
This is their first year here to experience the WBCA, and they're here just a little ways down the block. I know they're very excited and anxious to see the parade. I've really built it up for them. I said, be prepared for 3 hours. You're going to be out here, and you're going to see some really wonderful floats. And from what we've seen the youth parade the other night, this year everybody really seems to have gone all out on the floats that we've seen so far. And
from what we can tell, there's more people this year than there was last year. In fact, there's a huge kind of clump, as we understand, near Martin High School. So, this thing is, as every year, going to be full of a lot of excitement and a lot of drama, perhaps at times, as we see some of these beautiful floats, these bands, these schools from around Laredo and from Nuevo Laredo actually come here. As behind us you can probably see the cars, the dignitaries that were just at the abrazo ceremony. They are going south. They're actually going north from being south at that ceremony. So that kind of signals that the parade is about to start here probably in 5 to 7, maybe 10 minutes.
You're right, and everyone out here has been out here for quite a while. Some of these people who have been reserving seats, as we reported last night, people were camping out overnight. Some people even coming as early as late Thursday evening to get a seat. So thousands of people out here and people still making their way out here today, but hopefully the parade just a few minutes from getting started.
And again, this is a collaboration with Telemundo Laredo, the CW Laredo, and KGNS-TV. You'll be able to see the parade in its entirety on all three of our sister stations. There's another station in town that only broadcasts 2 hours. We don't know what that's about, but we're going to broadcast the entire parade right here on KGNS-TV, Telemundo Laredo, and the CW Laredo. So let's go to Lupita Benavides and Noraida Negron. They'll be broadcasting this parade in Spanish. We'll kind of go back and forth so we can give the viewers the best coverage of this parade.
Bueno, pues muy buenos días, como lo dijo Tim Enan, estamos simultáneamente transmitiendo a través de nuestras estaciones hermanas. Me da un gusto compartir esta mañana con mi compañera Noraida Negrón, con esta cobertura de equipo donde todo el mundo estamos involucrados, Noraida, y muy importante, el clima no pudo estar ideal como lo habían mencionado.
Así es, y anoche había mencionado que sí vamos a ver más adelante un poquito de fuertes vientos, pero sinceramente las máximas estamos esperando en los 86 grados, así que un clima muy ideal. Ya hay muchas personas que han llegado y como podemos ver detrás de nosotros ya están llegando los dignatarios, Lupita, que están tratando de venir aquí al área donde va a empezar el desfile, porque estaban en la ceremonia del abrazo en el puente número 2, Lupita. Es algo que siempre hacemos todos los años, es una ceremonia muy importante, especialmente cuando se unen los dos países en el mismo medio del puente. Así que eso significa que ya mismo vamos a empezar, obviamente, el desfile también.
Así es, ya todas las autoridades están tomando sus lugares correspondientes. Hay dignatarios de ambos lados de la frontera, también del interior de México. Bueno, la seguridad, Noraida, hay que mencionarlo, es una extremas medidas de seguridad, así que usted sabe que es muy importante venir aquí, todo el mundo está bien, todo el mundo está tranquilo, porque la verdad desde muy temprano hay helicópteros ahí por aire, por tierra, y bueno, la verdad esto es muy importante para nosotros. Recuerde que es la única ciudad en toda la nación donde se celebra el cumpleaños, el natalicio de George Washington, y en esta ocasión celebrando 114 años, más de 100 años de llevar a cabo este evento.
Así es, Lupita, y cabe de mencionar que hay 168 entradas para este desfile. Pueden haber, algunos son carros alegóricos, algunos son bandas de las escuelas de aquí de Laredo, de Nuevo Laredo, pueden ser de diferentes cosas que vamos a ver, así que estamos muy emocionados, y obviamente, como había mencionado nuestros compañeros de KGNS, vamos a estar en las 3 estaciones en vivo con la cobertura simultáneamente. También tenemos a nuestro compañero Roberto, que también nos va a acompañar un poquito más adelante, así que, pero ahora vamos de nuevo con Timmy Ann para un poquito más de toda la cobertura que estamos haciendo en equipo. Timmy Ann.
Well, thanks a lot, Noraida and Lupita. Again, very excited about the collaboration, the team partnership that we're doing with Telemundo Laredo, the Laredo CW, and KGNS TV. People get a chance to see this parade no matter where they tune, because we'll be on all 3 sister stations. It's something that we wanted to do because we wanted to showcase what we have at your Good Neighbor station and really put a face on what our station is all about as we broadcast this parade in both Spanish and English.
And Tim, there we're seeing some of the other dignitaries that are arriving right now and making their way here to the grandstand. And aside from Lupita and Noraida with Telemundo, we also have the CW crew out here today. Brenda and Ryan are down on the street where they're going to be for the entire parade. They're going to be interacting with the people who are down there watching and getting up close with some of the floats. Let's toss it over to Brenda and Ryan and see what's going on down there.
Well, good morning, everyone. I'm Brenda Medina.
I'm Ryan Bailey. We are here on the parade route. Dignitaries are showing up. I think we're just about ready to get this thing started off. We just saw Miss Texas walk by. We got the mayor here. All kinds of people showing up.
The children also from the Abrazo, they're just showing up. And you know, a lot of people out here, not just the dignitaries, thousands of Laredoans and people from out of town as well. It should be a great parade out here.
That's right. They're all lining up the streets here. We've got all kinds of buses, school buses following. It's going to be a great time out here. If you can make it out, still come on out. Enjoy the parade. I think it's going to be a great time.
Looking forward to it. It's both of our first time, so we're looking forward to that as well. Back to you guys.
And this year they're kind of changing things around as far as the official key to the city given to Princess Pocahontas as a measure of goodwill here in our community. That is going to happen early. It usually happens later on. It's going to happen here in just a few moments as soon as we get some of these dignitaries going north to get in place for the Grand Parade.
And there you see Princess Pocahontas. They're making their way down here to in front of the grandstand where they're going to have that presentation, and that's something that usually happens during the parade. They will typically stop the parade and then have the key presentation there, but trying something a little different this year. We're going to do it before the parade. So there you see Princess Pocahontas and her escort, Chief Fire Mountain Keeper of the Sacred Stones. They're making their way down here for that presentation, which we're going to bring to you live here in just a few moments.
And that Princess Pocahontas for this year, portraying Princess Pocahontas, is Marianne Santos, actually. And she is, as she has told us before, running through her veins is quite a bit of Native American blood. So she says she's especially proud to portray Princess Pocahontas, given that she does have American Indian blood running through her veins.
And this really is such an important tradition, part of the Washington's birthday celebration, something that we see every year take place during the parade. And basically what will happen, the mayor will come and present the key to the city to Princess Pocahontas, and they're making their way. As we can see right now, we've got a bunch of media and camera people down waiting to get that on video. So they're getting set up for that right now as we speak.
And also, you know, escorting Princess Pocahontas this year for 2011 is Alex Jacob Cavazos. He is the son of Mr. and Mrs. Eduardo M. Cavazos, and he is portraying Chief Fire Mountain, keeper of the sacred stones for this year. And Rosemary Therese Santos' parents are Mr. and Mrs. Mario Santos III. And of course, she is escorted by Alex Cavazos there.
And just a little bit of history here. On the morning of February 22nd, in 1898, Indians and white men engaged in a battle for control of Laredo, Texas. Now, the battle centered at City Hall was fiercely fought, but to no avail. And in the end, the defenders fell, and the mayor presented the key of the city to the great chief Sashim as a sign of unconditional surrender. And then the chief, in turn, presented that key to the lovely Princess Pocahontas. That's a little bit of the history as far as why they do this presentation every year.
As far as this parade, it's scheduled for about 3 hours, but we actually allowed it 3.5 hours, exactly for this reason behind us, that sometimes it takes a while for these dignitaries to go all the way north from the abrazo ceremony. If people don't know about the abrazo ceremony, that's where kids from both Mexico and the United States go in the middle of bridge number 2, and they actually exchange a hug or an abrazo, you know, to show friendship between the two countries.
And you know, Tim, typically the past few years the parade has been starting pretty close to 9 o'clock, and when they say, you know, when it's supposed to start, but this year running a little bit late, and of course some changes with this ceremony happening first. So just keep it here. We'll be here until the parade starts, and we will be here until the parade finishes as well. So only place in town, like we said, that you can see the parade in its entirety.
Let's go to Lupita Benavides and Noraida Negron as we continue our coverage from the 114th Anheuser-Busch WBCA Grand Parade.
Muchas gracias, Tim. Y Lupita, estábamos viendo que ya la princesa Pocahontas y el chief ya están haciendo su entrada, porque este año van a hacer unas cosas un poquito diferentes. Le van a entregar la llave de la ciudad a ellos antes de que empiece el desfile, para así no poder parar todo lo que el flow, o sea, cuando empieza el desfile hacia abajo.
Así es, para poder tener un poquito más de fluidez en el paso de todos los carros alegóricos, y también porque también está presente la corte de la princesa Pocahontas, que viene después. Déjeme le digo que la princesa Pocahontas 2011 este año es Rosemary Therese Santos. Ella es hija del señor Mario Santos III y es escoltada por Alex Jacob Cavazos, hijo del señor y la señora Eduardo Cavazos. Bueno, ellos están aquí ya con sus atuendos, Noraida, y al parecer ya van a llevar a cabo este evento, Noraida, como lo vemos en pantalla.
Sí, ya están haciendo su camino en sus caballos, y como me habías dicho, los atuendos son algo muy especial, que es mucho trabajo, porque tienen muchos brillos, muchas cosas que tienen estos vestidos.
3, 2, 1, 3, 3, 3.
Son vestuarios hechos de gamuza con plumas, el plumaje que usted puede ver, y todo esto que es verdaderamente una obra de arte, porque todo se borda a mano. Son pedrería que viene no nada más de San Antonio, sino también desde Nueva York y de otras partes, para poder tener una réplica original de este vestido. Ahora regresamos con mis compañeros Jimmy Ann.
And as they were saying over at Telemundo Laredo, they're about to make the exchange for Princess Pocahontas, going to give the key to the city to Princess Pocahontas. We see Mayor Raul Salinas there, several of the city councilmen, to give that key there to Princess Pocahontas, which has been happening for many, many years.
Right, a tradition that takes place every year. And there you see the Mayor Raul Salinas getting ready to present that key. They will then go to the start of the parade and take their places in the parade route, and then that's when we will get the actual parade underway. But there you see him about to go ahead and present that key to Princess Pocahontas.
And there it is, the symbolic exchange of that key given to Princess Pocahontas, Marianne Teresa Santos there from Mayor Raul Salinas. Kind of went out of order here, but that's the way they wanted to do it this year in order to expedite things during this WBCA parade.
Right. Typically, you know, they would stop the parade to do this during the actual parade, and you know, that actually, you know, stops the parade from moving and makes things take a little bit longer. So this should get the parade actually going, and we won't have to worry about stopping. But there you see Princess Pocahontas, like we said, receiving the key to the city. They are going to head back and take their place in the parade line, and then hopefully within the next 5 minutes or so we can get this parade going.
There you see the mayor petting that horse. You know, part of Princess Pocahontas is learning about horsemanship. That's one of the requirements, believe it or not, in order to be either an escort or one of the court of Princess Pocahontas.
Right, it's really a lot of dedication throughout the entire year. I mean, they take a lot of time learning how to do that, as well as getting their costumes together and practicing for their pageant. Let's go down to Brenda and Ryan. Like we said, they are down on the parade route. They were just up close for a great view of that key presentation. Let's head down to Brenda and Ryan.
Hey, we're live here. You just saw the Mr. and Mrs. Pocahontas. A lot of excitement out here. The parade is just about to get started. So if you haven't made it out here, you still have time to make it out here. Looks like they have the fans ready out here to go ahead and come out. So if you are going to come out to the parade, a lot of excitement. We'll go ahead and send it back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Brenda.
Wow, she's got the best seat in the house, I would say, because she's right there, the closest to these floats, to these bands, to all these schools that are going to come out today. So she has one of the best seats in the house there, both Brenda and Ryan. And we also have Roberto from Telemundo Laredo that's out there as well, and he'll be giving us street coverage for this grand parade.
And for Brenda and Ryan, this is their first year here in Laredo to experience the parade. So I know they were both looking forward to seeing the parade. It's going to be a first-time thing for them. So we appreciate having them down here on the ground level to help us out today.
And before we go to Roberto's street side, let's go to Noraida and Lupita with a little bit more of parade coverage.
Muchas gracias, Tim. Así es. Roberto nos acompaña también porque él estuvo allá y lo pudo ver todo de cerca, de toda esta ceremonia. Así que vámonos con Roberto, que nos acompaña desde la calle aquí San Bernardo. Roberto.
Adelante.
Muy buenos días, sí, gracias Donaida, Lupita. Bueno, pues en esta mañana muy contentos en el arranque ya en unos instantes sobre este desfile del natalicio de Jorge Washington. Ya nuestras tres cadenas enlazadas simultáneamente en una transmisión muy especial y histórica. Por cierto, Lupita, estarás de acuerdo conmigo porque tres canales a la misma vez estarán transmitiendo este desfile hasta las 12 del mediodía. Muy contentos porque CW Parade News y Telemundo hacen posible este desfile. Hace unos momentos veíamos al mayor Raúl Salinas entregando una ceremonia extra y nueva en este 2011, la llave a la princesa Pocahontas, que en unos momentos más hará su arribo y claro su presentación con toda su corte. Y bueno, pues cosas interesantes en este desfile que ya le estaremos contando en el transcurso de esta transmisión, que repito, es histórica. Tres canales simultáneamente transmitiendo el desfile de Jorge Washington, CW Parade News y Telemundo Laredo. Regresamos contigo, Noraida, Lupita.
Muchas gracias, Roberto, y por supuesto tenemos una cobertura en equipo y precisamente vamos hasta el otro lado del estudio acá, ¿no?
Así es, como lo habíamos dicho anteriormente, vamos a estar en las tres estaciones con cobertura en vivo simultáneamente, obviamente con nuestra estación Telemundo Laredo, CW, nuestra estación hermana, CW, nuestra otra estación hermana, KGNS, así que nos vamos con ellos de nuevo para seguir esta cobertura en vivo. Timian.
You know, most people already know that Telemundo has news now at 10 o'clock. They have Telemundo en tu casa. That's kind of starting things off. And now they have 10 o'clock news. For those people that don't know yet, most people do know that. We wanted to put that out there because we're very proud, obviously, of the three sister stations. And that's one of the reasons we wanted to do this, you know, kind of in coordination.
Right, and I think it's really helpful to the people at home because they have three stations to choose from. You can be watching us on KGNS right now, or on Telemundo, or even on CW. We're simulcasting live on all three stations right now. Brenda and Ryan are out here, Lupita, Noraida, Roberto, so really an advantage for us to be able to have such a large crew out here covering the parade and bringing you the best coverage of today's events that we possibly can. Standing by live down on the parade level, let's go back to Ryan Bailey. What's going on, Ryan?
All right, thank you, Tim and Ann. Well, you can tell people are excited down here. They're ready to get things kicked off here. We're just after 9 o'clock. There are the sirens. I think we're about ready to get this thing going. Listen to the people here. They're ready to get going. We're going to have a good time down here. The police getting ready to kick this thing off, and we got a whole lot of fun going on down here on San Bernardo in front of the Civic Center. Yeah, we'll send it back up to Tim and Ann.
And as is customary, the Laredo Police Department starting off this big event here for 2011. They kind of clear the streets as they go, so this is kind of the signal, get to the side, get ready for the big parade.
Yeah, when you hear those sirens, you know that the parade is officially underway. And several dozen bike patrol officers out here leading the way today, as is customary every year. And let's listen in for a moment, because it's pretty loud out here.
That bike patrol pretty loud, as you can see there, and every year they lead off the parade, and again kind of signaling the start here, getting people to the sides of the parade to make sure everybody is safe during this grand parade. Of course, the guys in blue doing an awesome job here in our community, protecting our community and protecting all the residents of the city of Laredo.
And you know, police are stationed throughout the parade route. What they're really trying to do this year is keep a lot of the kids from running onto the street during the parade. You know, some of the floats throwing out candy and other things like that. So they're really trying this year to keep the kids off the street, make sure everybody is safe today.
That's right, and they're always, as you can see, they're very loud as we move forward here.
And here we
with a
have
flag presentation, I believe, right after the police department.
The Laredo Fire Department, there you see, making their way down. The Laredo Fire Department was established back in 1885 as a professional firefighting organization with only a handful of members. Now today, under the helm of Fire Chief Steve Landine, the department has grown to more than 350 firefighters. They proudly serve their community, rich with history. The organization consists of 14 fire stations strategically located throughout the city, responding to almost 25,000 service calls a year. Now, the All Hazards Response Department trains and prepares constantly to better serve the citizens and visitors of our community. True to their motto, ready for duty, the Laredo firefighters remain prepared and vigilant to bravely respond to any emergency.
And you know, firefighters are always the heroes, obviously, of kids because of the job that they do. People are running out from a building, from a fire, they're running in. So a great service, obviously, to our community, and we certainly commend the heroic job that they have to do at times as part of what they do here in our community.
You're right, and a lot of aspiring firefighters out there, I'm sure, and those kids, and they have actually several vehicles in today's parade. Their command unit there, their mobile command unit.
That's one of their newest units, I believe.
That is one of their newest units, and I know they're very proud of that. Very, very large vehicle there. Actually, first year, I believe, we've seen that mobile unit here in the parade.
That's right. This is not only, obviously, for things like big fires, but also in the case of flooding like we had not too long ago.
Right.
They can set up that command center, and they can literally operate all emergency services out of that command center. So something new, something good for Laredo here.
And there you see the EMS supervisor, part of the paramedics there, as well as one of their ambulances. And some of the firefighters also walking along the route today.
Brenda Medina from the CW Laredo is ready street side to tell us a little bit more about this long line of fire units and firefighters. Brenda.
All right, hey, we got the Laredo Fire Department here coming through. The police just went by, so we're about ready to get this thing going.
Ready to get started. We have more than 160 participants this time in the parade, so a lot of action out here.
Yeah, all kinds of floats, marching bands going to be out here, cheerleaders, sports. It's going to be just craziness down here. We're looking to have a whole lot of fun.
Also a lot of entries, from what I understand, from Mexico, so we'll have a little bit of everything in this parade.
Yeah, we got all sorts of stuff going on down here. It's going to be a good time, so weather's holding out. It's a little cloudy, but not
Perfect
too hot.
weather,
yeah,
though.
really nice weather. So no rain, no nothing, so it looks like it's going to be a good time down here.
We'll send it back to you guys.
And there you see one of their trailers. It's part of their educational program for kids, Fire Kids Safe, it's called. And the Laredo Fire Department also going out into community and make sure that they educate kids and adults alike about the dangers of fire and what to do in the case that a fire does strike your home or building or wherever you might be.
You're right, and that's something that they're always doing, Tim. They're always out in the schools educating kids. And here we have some of the fire engines from some of the different headquarters around town that are coming through. Firefighters there inside waving to all the kids. I know they're always very excited to be a part of the parade because, like you said earlier, a lot of the kids really do look up to those firefighters and heroes, really, for the people here in our community. So the firefighters making their way through right now.
And I could tell you, as a kid, I was always amazed to see some of these firefighters and fire trucks, you know, as always. So it was a great sight to see. As we see right now, the official sponsor of the Anheuser-Busch WBCA Grand Parade is Anheuser-Busch and the products from Budweiser beer. And there we see the Clydesdales.
And you know, the Clydesdales made their way out here on Wednesday. Ryan Bailey was out there earlier in the week, up close and personal with one of those Clydesdales. That's always a crowd favorite. You hear the crowd actually breaking into cheer right now when they see the Clydesdales go by. Now, they've been the symbol of Anheuser-Busch for more than 75 years. They were formally introduced on April 7th of 1933 to celebrate the repeal of prohibition for beer. Now, there are 6 hitches or teams of horses around the United States.
And there is, she is actually the Consul General to Canada that is making her way here. She came down from Canada to be here specifically for this event, for the WBCA events. Yesterday she was touring TAMIU, and today she is here ready for this big parade.
And there, right there, we're seeing this year's WBCA president. That is Susan Foster, and her family has been involved with WBCA for years. Now, her mother twice portrayed Princess Pocahontas, and Susan herself also portrayed Martha Washington back in 2000.
And there we see, I believe, the House Speaker, who is the Mr. South Texas for this year, actually.
That's right. That is Joe Strauss III. He is Mr. South Texas this year, the Speaker of the House.
As we continue ahead, many of the dignitaries coming through, but let's toss right now to Lupita Benavides and Noraida Negron as we continue our coverage simultaneously on 3 sister stations.
Muchas gracias, Tim. Y como le estaba diciendo Tim, obviamente estamos todos en vivo, todas las estaciones hermanas, y ahí vemos al alcalde de Laredo, el señor Raúl Salinas. Lupita, todo el mundo muy emocionado aquí en el desfile en el día de hoy.
Así es, Noraida. Bueno, como ya lo había mencionado, el clima no pudo estar mejor. Las autoridades llegaron todas. La verdad, la seguridad es más que en otros años y la verdad podemos ver que toda la gente está divirtiéndose en grande, Noraida. Las personas que estén en casa, si quieren venir todavía pueden hacerlo, pueden venir por algunas rutas alternas con mucho cuidado y si no, síganos viendo porque tendremos la cobertura de todo el desfile.
Así, todo el desfile, como les habíamos dicho, obviamente estamos con todas las estaciones hermanas y también tenemos a nuestro compañero Roberto Galvez, quien está allá en la calle, aquí en la calle San Bernardo, donde él tiene la primera vista de todo lo que está pasando. Vámonos con Roberto a ver qué nos dice. Roberto.
Adelante.
Bueno, esto apenas está empezando, Lupita, Noraida, público que nos está viendo en pantalla. La fiesta apenas está empezando. Vemos al juez Dani Valdés aquí desfilando ya. Y bueno, faltan los carros alegóricos, faltan las porristas, faltan las bandas de guerra invitadas de la vecina ciudad de Nuevo Laredo y de otras partes como Monterrey y Saltillo. Estamos viendo aquí a nuestra senadora Judith Zafirini en este auto bonito y saludamos a nuestra senadora. Senadora, ¿qué tal? Muy buenos días. Qué bueno que está con nosotros como siempre, gracias. Es un placer, saludamos, Lupita, a nuestra senadora y como te decía, esto apenas empieza, es una fiesta muy bonita la del natalicio, el desfile de natalicio de Jorge Washington, como tú puedes ver, usted puede ver ahí en pantalla, cómo la gente, cómo los niños, cómo toda la familia se está divirtiendo en grande. Los collares ya empezaron a saltar como souvenirs del día de hoy. Saludamos a Richard Raymond, también por supuesto representante del estado y del distrito 42. Saludamos a Richard Raymond que está enviando balones de fútbol americano en miniatura. Y bueno, esto es la locura, Lupita. esto apenas empieza, como te decía, faltan los carros alegóricos que ya te los estaremos mostrando más adelante. Regresamos con ustedes.
Y bueno, aquí parece nadie lo vio tras las cámaras, pero nos siguen tirando cosas desde los carros también.
Así es, porque bueno, aquí todo el mundo se está divirtiendo como el congresista Ryan Guillén. Y tenemos, bueno, ¿quién viene en este precioso carro alegórico, Noraida? Porque vemos que después del representante...
Es del representante, el fiscal de distrito, el señor Isidro Chilo Alanís.
Así es.
Y con su nueva mascota y trae a todo su equipo de su oficina también. Y también vemos al alcalde de Nuevo Laredo, el señor Benjamín Galván.
Que precisamente está atrás de la mascota de la Fiscalía de Distrito, Noraida. Bueno, como siempre, ambas ciudades hermanas, Nuevo Laredo y Laredo, Texas, pareciera que estamos divididos por un río, Noraida, pero la verdad estamos muy unidos, y más en estos tiempos.
Así es, y eso es un signo que es muy importante para nosotros, especialmente aquí en este desfile, porque ya al principio, como les habíamos dicho, esta mañana estuvieron en el puente cuando hicieron la ceremonia del abrazo, que es algo muy importante, como habíamos mencionado.
Así es, Noraida, y por supuesto, obviamente estamos esperando también a que vengan más invitados. Por ejemplo, viene el Rey Feo de San Antonio, vienen las bandas de las escuelas, que no se puede faltar. Un desfile sin bandas, bueno, pues no es desfile. Y estamos viendo aquí precisamente que continúa pasando el carro donde viene el presidente municipal de Nuevo Laredo, Benjamín Galván Gómez, y su esposa, la señora Marta Aldapa.
Así es, y Lupita, como habíamos dicho, estamos todos en un equipo y estamos...
Unas palabras, por favor, aquí a Telemundo Laredo, si se puede detener tantito.
Claro que sí, estamos muy contentos de estar el día de hoy aquí en los festejos de Jorge Washington, pero también en este momento donde celebramos la unidad, el abrazo, la solidaridad de los dos Laredos.
Gracias, Benjamín. Gracias al presidente municipal de Nuevo Laredo, Benjamín Galván Gómez, invitado especial, como siempre, aquí en el desfile de Jorge Washington. Muy contento, lo vemos con su esposa en este automóvil lanzando dulces y demás. Bueno, pues es un invitado especial, como siempre, el presidente municipal de la vecina ciudad, como una muestra de hermandad entre las dos ciudades. Regresamos contigo, Lupita y Noraida.
Ahí vimos a Roberto, que muchas gracias por esa entrevista, obviamente, y como les habíamos dicho, estamos todos en equipo, así que estamos todos tratando de darte la mejor cobertura, y nos vamos con Timmy Ann acá en KGNS.
Right now we're seeing some of the vehicles, police units from El Cenizo. They're actually expanding their police unit there in El Cenizo, and also mayor from El Cenizo, Raul Reyes. His banner was starting off there as they get ready here. There we see him as he has a lot of people from El Cenizo actually coming here and greeting people and showing that El Cenizo is so important to our area as well.
You're right. He's been the mayor there for several terms now, and he's worked really hard to get the people of El Cenizo involved in their community and caring about their community. And like you mentioned, he's worked hard to help expand the police department, get them some new vehicles. I know they're renovating City Hall. So the mayor right there of El Cenizo really doing some good things for his city down there.
And really, he has been instrumental in getting so much money in forms of grants and other types of funding in order to get things really going there in El Cenizo and spark some growth in that small community.
You're right, and now we are actually seeing some of the City of Laredo City Council members. There is Mike Garza, who is representing District 1 with the Laredo City Council. And we also have Councilman Charlie San Miguel, one of the newest council members, also out here as well.
And there we see a float right now that is coming forward that has actually the county commissioners that right now are coming down on the float from the county, Webb County in this case.
There you see all four of the commissioners. We have Wawi Tijerina, Frank Shirafa, Jerry Garza, and Jaime Canales, all of them on that Webb County float there.
So again, doing a great job for the county, and again, wanted to show unity here as they move forward along San Bernardo and greet all the great people that are here from not only Laredo but across the state, across the country, other parts of the world like Mexico and Canada as well.
And there we're seeing Jose Mayorga. He's the adjunct general of the state of Texas. and he's making his way there through the parade route. He graduated from Texas A&I University out of Kingsville in 1977 with a Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering, and he's a registered professional engineer in the state of Texas.
Now let's go to Ryan and Brenda. They are street side, and they have some more information as far as what's going on along San Bernardo.
All right, well, we've got all kinds of things going on. Commissioner's Court just passes by. The Major General is out here. We've got, it looks like a Archbishop coming down now. So all kinds of stuff going on down here, following up behind them. Looks like we might have the Abrazo children and the Pocahontas Council. All kinds of fun stuff going on down here. We'll send it back up to the Tim and Ann up on the stage.
I believe that's the Most Reverend James Tamayo that is making his way in that white car right now, with the Knights of Columbus leading off the pack here along the parade route. You know, the bishop has been in place for about 10 years now here in Laredo, and you know, serving a community that is mostly Catholic, that is Laredo and Webb County.
And the bishop was actually installed as the first bishop of the new Diocese of Laredo back on August 9th of 2000. So really become a figure here for the Catholics in our community.
Now we see some of the debutantes from the Society of Martha Washington. George and Martha Washington, Betty Moreno and Frank Averill. That's their float, portraying Martha Dandridge Washington. The First Lady of the land is Betty Bunn Moreno, who makes her debut in an elegant midnight blue and black colonial gown there. You can see also Pancho Averill decked out also as our colonial leader, obviously, George Washington, the first president of the United States. He's coming right there and doing a great job this year for us here. Obviously, this whole hullabaloo is about George Washington, so he plays a very significant part in this parade.
Yeah, right. They're two of the key figures of this whole celebration. And, you know, I actually saw Betty making her way to her float a little earlier this morning, and she had about 8 people holding up her dress as she very slowly made her way. So
she needs an entourage.
Yes, those dresses so elaborate and absolutely beautiful, and they just look fabulous on their float today.
That's right. As we make our way to the Princess Pocahontas Council, on the morning of February 22nd of 1898, Indians and white men engaged in a battle for control of Laredo, Texas. The battle centered at City Hall and was fiercely fought, but to no avail. In the end, the defenders fell, and the mayor presented the key of the city to the great chief Sockham as a sign of unconditional surrender, perhaps just as Mayor Raul Salinas did present that key to Princess Pocahontas just a few minutes ago.
And behind Princess Pocahontas and her escort, we're going to see all the members of the tribes, the different tribes coming through. Valerie Alexa Saenz is Princess Midnight Fire of the Pueblo tribe, and she is being escorted today by Chief Black Thunder Daniel Diego Trevino.
Also, we have Kelly Janelle Sherwood. She is Princess Morning Sky of the Shawnee tribe, and her escort is Chief Sky Warrior Kevin Velasquez.
We have Justine Audrey Rosales, who is Princess Brilliant Spirit of the Mohawk tribe, and she is being escorted today by Chief Spirit Keeper Fernando Samuel Martinez.
And then we also have Chelsea Ann Herbst. She is the Princess of the Gentle Iris of the Kiowa tribe. She is escorted by Chief Swift Arrow Carlos Yanez.
Carla Lucia Hernandez is representing Princess Desert Jim of the Hopi tribe today, and she is being escorted by Chief Bear Claw, who is Eloy Sauceda III.
We might be a little out of order here on some of these videos and pictures that you're seeing. Alisa Mimi Robles is Princess Golden Sunset of the Nascapi tribe. She is escorted by Chief Running Deer Adrian Gonzalez IV.
We have Nicole Kaylin Zimmerman. She is Princess Shimmering Mist of the Chumash tribe, and she is being escorted today by Chief Thundercloud Alejandro Xavier Lopez.
We didn't know we were going to have to learn all these tribes, huh? Well, Daniela Hernandez is Princess Fiery Sunburst of the Modoc tribe. She's escorted by Chief Yellowhawk Alejandro Contreras Jr.
We also have Brianda Isamar Gonzalez. She is Princess Mystic Earth of the Arikara tribe, being escorted today by Chief Buffalo Spirit Cesar Humberto Ramos Jr.
Shelby R. Sr., Princess Red Dawn of the Kiwati tribe. Her escort is Chief Black Raven Christian Montemayor.
We also have Perla Clarissa Gonzalez. She is Princess Dancing Feather of the Shoshone tribe and being escorted today by Chief Eagle Feather Norberto Martinez Jr.
Again, we might be a little bit out of order with the video. Amanda Lynn Cortez, Princess Treasured Flower of the Cherokee tribe, escorted by Chief Spotted Tail Ciro Rene Gonzalez II.
And finally, we have Brianna Elisa Castillo, Princess Graceful Willow of the Delaware tribe, being escorted by Chief Earth Healer Sergio de los Santos III.
And we're going to take a break from our parade coverage right now again on three sister stations, the Laredo CW, Telemundo Laredo, and KGNS TV. Our friends over from Telemundo Laredo are going to pick up parade coverage when we come back from this break. But if we can't say it enough, thanks to all the sponsors of this parade coverage right here on the three sister stations. They're making this possible for all the people that are watching right now.
You're right. It's been an exciting day so far and so much more to come, so stay with us.